All right. On today's show, I am joined by two very special guests. They are two captains of the Westerly Bulldogs high school basketball team. I'm joined by Josh Randall and Max Bertsch. Guys, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Max, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for having
Guys,
me.
yeah, no problem. Anytime. First of all, guys, I asked all my guests this question before I even get started. And we'll start with you, Max, on this one. How are you doing during COVID times?
COVID times have been okay. I've had a lot of time to myself, obviously. I've coped with various things. Just trying to keep myself busy, but overall, not bad.
That's good. And Josh, how about yourself?
It's been kind of tough. I don't know. I just like, especially so we had to quarantine for a while because of another team. They came in close contact with us, obviously. And during that like 4 to 5 day span, I was so bored. I couldn't find anything to do. I was like, I just want to go out of the house and do something. And we just couldn't.
That stinks. What team was that?
It was Chero.
Oh no. Yeah, I know they were on. They had some issues during the season. I know a couple other teams did too. But hey, at least you guys got through the season. Were able to actually complete your. I know it was shortened, but at least you guys were able to make. Get into the playoffs and get through the season. But I want to know. We'll start with you on this question, Josh. To start with, what was it like? Coming into a senior season, just kind of full of unknown and not knowing if you guys were going to play or you guys were going to play.
It was interesting, and I feel like that unknowingness kind of hurt it. Like it kind of hurt us a lot because we didn't really know. So we didn't have a lot of time to practice with each other. We had a few like games in the gym for a little bit, but then they said we couldn't do that anymore. Then we started having outdoor workouts, and then they said we couldn't do that anymore. And I feel like coming into the season, we didn't really have a lot of team chemistry, whereas I feel like other teams have been playing together for a while, and it overall just didn't really, nothing really helped us about this season, about
Yeah,
the situation.
yeah. And how about yourself, Max?
Yeah, I generally agree. It was tough with the masks and whatnot, filling out a COVID form every day. Like Josh said, getting together with a new group of guys, completely new chemistry, new feel for the team. So it took a little bit of adjusting to get everything going, get the ball rolling. But once we got going, it got better as it went on.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys were missing a big part of your team as well, which were going, moving on to prep school,
Absolutely.
everything like that, and just getting a feel for, if you had some seniors move on. Well, what's it like, and Max, you kind of touched upon this, like, what's it like to, finally get a tryout and then going through tryouts with like the mask on? What's it like that first time you put on that mask and you're running in through tryouts? What's that like, Max?
Well, the first day it was kind of weird. We were very the coaches wanted us to be very cautious about, I don't know, social distancing when we could. Obviously during stretching, we were completely separated. He was very strict about how close we were, even though we would be playing, not 5-on-5, but we were doing pretty intense drills first day. And the masks were tough. A lot of the refs were very stingy about it during the season. I know I got told off a couple times for having mine down or keep falling down. So that was just something we had to deal with. And yeah, that was probably the most notable thing, the masks.
Yeah, and then Josh, how about yourself wearing the mask for the first time in tryouts, and as you continue on through the season, moving on.
It was really weird because like at first I didn't have those Under Armour masks, the ones that are like supposed to play in. I didn't have those. And I had one of the cloth ones and it was all sweaty and it was just sticking to my face and felt like I was being waterboarded. It was so bad. And there was also a lot of drills and stuff that we couldn't do that would normally show like who's fit for JV or varsity. There's a lot of the drills that we couldn't do.
That's really tough. That's a tough thing to go through. And then what's that feeling finally to step on back on the court and your first game? What's that feeling like? What's that relief like? Josh, why don't you start off?
It was awesome, honestly. Just getting to have the season was the biggest treat because we didn't have all the key things that we had. We didn't have summer workouts or the summer league. We didn't have the fall workouts or the fall league. So it was really good to just come back and be able to play.
And then about yourself, Max.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely a relief stepping out there for the first time. Once we got the season going, it I got a little bit kind of reassured by having a couple of games like, okay, this is our routine now. Things are going well. Anything can happen during the season, like we saw with Cheraho. But it was relieving, the biggest thing for me.
That's great. And now, what's it like too? You guys moved up a division. What's it like to play in that Division One? That's kind of a gauntlet of playing different teams. You're playing classical guys like that. What's it like to play against playing that D1, Josh?
It was interesting for sure. I think on top of all the missing chemistry issues and moving up to D1, it was kind of I don't want to say a recipe for disaster, but we definitely were not as ready as we could have been. Like if there was no COVID at all. It was tough.
Yeah. Probably suck, Max.
Yeah, it was hard. Are you kidding me? Like all the teams we had to play. Let's see, what did we have, Josh? We had Mount Pleasant, Classical, Hendricken, North Kingstown.
And all those teams have been playing together for like 2 or 3 years now, and we step onto the court and we barely even know any of each other's play styles or anything.
Right. That's tough, and that's a gauntlet too, because you played Hendricken, Mount Pleasant. Like, did you put North Kingston too?
Even Cumberland was hard.
Yep.
Cumberland, and those guys are all like
no gimme games. There's no gimme games.
No, there's no days off in those games or anything like that. Was there anyone that you guys found out that was like the toughest person in the guard in one of those games?
I think for the Hendricken game, for me, it had to be Cam Hughes. He posted me up, and I swear he backed me up like 3 or 4 feet.
He's a great player. He showed up big time in the final. Somebody saw Max.
Yeah. In particular, a few names that come to mind: Marquise Buchanan on Classical, Stanley Urey was tough. Hendricken, they're just star-studded, like Josh said. Cam Hughes, Justin Perez, David Lynch, all those guys are tough guards. Owen Moynihan, another one for NK.
One of the ones for you, I also think, would be what was his name? The kid from Cumberland, Colin Moraes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just came back, right?
Yeah. You guys ended up playing him in the playoffs, right?
So that didn't help.
No. Now, do you guys have a favorite regular season game?
I do. I think Josh knows which one I'm talking about.
Which one is that?
For you, it's probably the Narragansett game.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 17 that game. I was on a streak from Three-Land. I think I had 5 in a row. And I had 17 that game. So, and that was a memorable win for us. So that was definitely a standout one for me.
That's awesome, John. How about yourself?
For me, I think it had to be the Cumberland game. There was that energy in that game was unmatched.
And that was a playoff game?
It was.
Yeah.
That was a playoff game? What were you going to say?
It was almost like it was like a Disney movie, like a Disney basketball movie, down 24 at, I don't know, how long were we down for? I don't know.
It was
10 or 12 minutes in. Down 24 and ended up getting back into the game. Without even thinking about it, we were down 2 with about, I don't know, 4 minutes left. And, I think we just kind of ran out of gas at that point.
Yeah. Tell me about that Cumberland game, because you guys go into that game, and Josh, you mentioned this might be one of your favorite games. You play a Cumberland team. Obviously, they got Colin back. They have a good, Khalil Fofana, who's another good player. Jackson Wallace. They have a good set of guys that are like a kind of like a big 3, big 4 that play for them. What's it like to go into that Cumberland game? You guys are in the playoffs. You find out did you guys find out your playoffs for over South Kingston because South Kingston had COVID issues, or how did that work?
We found out it was like 3 or 4 days before, because we thought our season was over, and then we come into practice one day and coach is like, "Oh, we're in the playoffs now," and we're like, "What?"
So what's that like feeling like to know that you have one more, might have one more, continue to have more games on when coach tells you that one?
It was cool, and we fought hard in that game. I give our team a lot of credit for that game, because coach said that when we were down 26, he thought the game was over.
Wow.
And then,
really?
It would be hard to come back from. They went on a huge drought, and we went on a huge hot streak, and kind of just combined to bring some really hard energy to the team.
Yeah. What's it like? You're going down 24-0 and you're down by 24 points. What's it like to just make that run? Like, what kind of clicks does Coach Gleason say anything to you guys, or you just guys kind of click on your own? How that work out?
Well, he knew a 24-point deficit right from the start was not justified, and I think Josh could agree. They just came out firing. And we were a little stunned by that. I think at first, a couple of shots didn't land for us, a couple of layups were a little loosey goosey, but at that point when we were down 24, we called timeout. We just couldn't panic, and that's what he told us: don't panic. Get stops on defense, slow them down, get the rhythm back, get the momentum back. And that was the biggest thing, just taking the game one possession at a time.
And what was it like I know, Josh, we kind of talked about this off air. What was it like? Didn't you hit a big shot to kind of make it down to single digits? What was it like hitting that 3-pointer, and kind of like, what was like your bench like? How did you guys react to that?
I think they were pretty hyped for it.
Oh yeah.
That's
big
awesome.
for 3.
And another thing, like to get like back to single digits, we had a huge swing. Like we just started hitting all of our shots. I think we took didn't we take like 3 or 4 straight charges on them or something?
Yeah, something like that. I know you got your notorious charge.
That's awesome. And like, what, you guys end up unfortunately losing the game by like 2, or what's it like, you don't go out the way you want, but you still went down with fighting. Like, you went out fighting, you beat, you played against a really good Cumberland team. What's it feel like after the buzzer's like over, you guys walk off the court? How do you guys feel?
I was crushed.
Yeah, it's definitely, it was bittersweet for me. Obviously the last game of my high school career, to fight, to come back the way we did, that was pretty inspiring, and I took pride in that. Of course, to not walk away with the W was disappointing, to say the least. But I was proud of the guys who put in the work for that game, and it was just wasn't our day. Just wasn't meant to be.
It happens. And then Josh, what do you have to say?
Yeah, that game was very emotional, because in the first quarter, I thought, wow, this game's over. This is how we're going to go out. And then we started to bring it back, and I was like, oh, wow, we actually have a shot at this. And then into the fourth quarter, we all had energy. We were all cheering them on. We were doing chants and stuff like that. And then the last play of the game was like the most heartbreaking play I've ever seen. Dante gets the perfect opportunity, and he puts a layup up. He misses it. He gets his own rebound. And personally, I think he got fouled, no call, and he misses it.
Oh, that's rough.
It was probably the worst, like one of the worst ways we could have went out, on a questionable call. I hate blaming it on the refs, but I think he should have got the foul call for that. I heard it from the bench.
You're gonna get fined for.
That's right. Yeah. They're gonna find you, Josh.
Yeah, they're gonna find you. Watch out. No, I mean, it was a crazy game. You guys played really well. It's just unfortunate how it didn't work out. Now that everything's over with basketball, is there any plans for guys going to play any sports, or what are you guys going to do?
What are you going to do, Josh?
I mean, I'm going to recover first, and then maybe I'll try and just keep working on my game and see what happens.
And we're off, Max.
I've obviously this year I had basketball, and then before that I had varsity soccer, which we made it to the Division II semifinals. So that was a great experience for me. In the spring, I'm not sure what opportunities they have for soccer or basketball. I'd be willing to play either. I've also considered volleyball. Josh, would you be interested in that?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we can get some other guys to do it, but it's up in the air right now.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do volleyball. I think that's a good fun sport. I mean, it's good. It's competitive. It's fun to do in the another spring sport. Kind of basketball related, because you guys could be jumping a lot.
True.
I was gonna try and do spring AAU for the Magic again, but I have way too much stuff I need to do to graduate. I have to finish my community service once I'm healthy again. I have to finish my senior project, which I'm actually doing right now. But
yes, you are. You are working on a senior project with me. And then I want to ask just some other questions too, just outside of basketball and your season and everything like that, just for everyone to get to know you. But before one last question before we ask that, did you guys have any pregame rituals or superstitions, Josh?
For me, it was probably just like listening to music, just putting the earbuds in and just turning it up full volume and just sitting there thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna go out there, we got to win this game, like that kind of thing.
And your arm sleeve. Don't forget your arm sleeve.
Yep, the arm sleeve.
Josh always asks for my opinion. Max, which arm for today? Which leg for today? Which one you feeling? So that was always interesting pregame ritual. And then also for me, I always start any athletic activity with a banana. That's always my go-to. I always have a banana. I always potassium, anti-cramps, a little energy. And then I also wear even though I had recovered from my ankle injury, I had always wore my ankle brace. That was, I don't know why, that was a superstitious item, but that was just something I
know.
Now, do you guys, so Josh, you mentioned music. What kind of music did you guys listen to? Do you have favorite music, favorite song on the playlist?
I don't really, there's a bunch of different stuff I listen to. I really like Lil Uzi. I really like Lil Baby. Gunna's pretty good too. Even on the bus rides up, Max and I would usually I'd give him one of my AirPods and we would listen to some songs to get hyped before the game.
And Max, did you have any like pregame music or anything that you listened to?
Yeah, I'm a little bit Josh knows this. I was very picky with the songs that he would play in our shared headphones. I was like, no, Josh, don't play that one. Don't play that one. Or I don't know. I'd always, when we were making our pregame playlist for the home games, I was very critical of Josh's choices. I think Josh had about maybe 25 songs he wanted to add, and I think I only limited it to like 8 or something like that. I'm very picky when it comes to rap music. I also like 80s rock, 90s rock. I always listen to that whenever I do landscaping, which I do in the summer. So either or.
Nice. Do you have a favorite musician or anyone?
Let's see, a musician. Let's see. I like T Grizzly. I like Gunna. I like Lil Baby. I like Led Zeppelin.
Who's Gunna?
Gunna?
Yeah.
You never heard Gunna?
I'm old, guys. I'm ready. I got one foot in the grave. I'm one step closer to retirement. Like who's Gunna?
I don't know. He's just a rapper.
He's a rapper. Is there a song I should listen to by Gunna to kind of get into him?
What do you think, Josh?
I don't really. There's a lot of good ones. I don't. Let me look.
Is it Gunna? Like Gunnah?
Yep.
Like he's from Boston?
No H. Just Gunna.
I mean, Top Floor featuring Travis Scott is a pretty good one.
All right, I'll check that one out. All right, now what's do you guys play any video games or anything like that outside of Josh? What do you play?
I play.
I know what you play, but what do the people know?
I play Madden mostly.
Madden? No more FIFA?
Nah.
No.
No more FIFA, Josh?
Dude, it's too much money. It's way too much money.
You don't have to play Ultimate Team.
It's kind of the whole point of the game.
I can't believe you said that.
What other part of the game is there?
Career mode.
No.
What? That's all I play. I don't even play Ultimate Team anymore. It takes too long to get going.
Yeah, exactly. Madden's easy. You can just do the challenges and get all the stuff.
Oh.
Who's your team for Madden? Or is
I have a Cardinals theme team.
A Cardinals theme team?
Yeah, they have a bunch of good players. I have like Kyler Murray and Patrick Peterson and all that good stuff.
Nice.
They all have like 90-something cards.
Oh my god! So is that like the elite, whatever they call it, team?
Yeah.
What you guys do? And then Max, do you play FIFA? You mentioned that. Do you play any other games besides FIFA?
Honestly, that's probably it. It's probably about the range of my video game experience. I'm either doing that or just watching movies or watching TV shows on Netflix. That's about my entertainment, usually weekly. So
nice. What's your favorite TV show?
TV show.
Or what are you watching now?
I just finished Game of Thrones.
What'd
I
you
don't know if
think?
you've ever seen that.
I have.
I know everybody says season 8 is, no good. I thought it was okay, but besides that, I thought the show was very good. It was very entertaining, very intriguing what they would do with characters, no mercy, which I love. If I was ever to create a TV show, I would not use plot protection to keep main characters alive. I would totally be willing to kill off anybody in my TV show.
Did you have like a favorite season out of that, or is it like a favorite episode, if you can name?
Yes, I don't remember the name of the episode or what number it was. I think it might have been season 2. It was the one where Khaleesi goes to I forget the name of the land, but it's where she got her army, and then she let her dragons kill that guy who was like abusing her. So,
Yes, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good episode. That's really good. And then Josh, have you watching any TV shows or anything?
It's gonna be a little toned down from that, but Family Guy. I love Family Guy. It's so funny.
I also like Family Guy. Family Guys are great.
Did you have a favorite character in Family Guy?
It's definitely got to be Stewie.
Yeah, it's great. That's awesome. And have you guys gotten a chance to watch The Last Chance U yet?
No, we were in the postseason meeting for we had like a part 2 senior night a few days ago, and we were talking about that.
It's good.
Our coach started watching that. He recommended it to us. I've never heard of it, so maybe I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, it's good. It's about basketball. It's really good show. I think that's all the questions I have for you guys. Oh yeah, favorite thing outside of basketball that you guys like to do, Josh?
I don't really know. I got to think about this one for a second.
All right. Max, are you thinking about it as well too? You guys are both like kind of almost doing the same face.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Just like anything? Literally anything?
Yeah, it could be like food, like eating, hanging out with family.
Eating's good. But one underrated thing that I don't think people appreciate is just listening to music in my car. I think that's one of the greatest things, is just going in your car in your safe zone and just playing music.
There you go. Yeah, I do that all the time. I go for drives and I listen to music all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I love driving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Josh loves driving. Driving safely.
Very safely, of course.
That's good. And then you guys have a favorite food?
Ice cream.
Dairy Queen?
Yes.
I'm not by yourself.
It's tough for just one, but if I had to say, probably a lobster roll. Lobster rolls are in the summer. Those are significantly important to me during the summertime. So
yeah, that's awesome.
This kid loves ramen.
Yes, and ramen. I've been hooked on Shin ramen the last couple weeks. It is delicious. I have it almost every day.
Where's Shin ramen? Or is that where you buy at the store?
It's just like a brand. It's they come in cups. You can get them out like Walmart, Stop and Shop, or whatever.
Noted. I'll have to get some. I've been eating a ton of ramen myself too lately, so I'll have to get it. That's be my next thing. I've been eating Top Ramen or whatever it is it's called.
Oh yeah.
That's it. But that's all the questions I have for you guys. Any questions for me or any statements before we sign off?
I don't think so. Again, I appreciate it for having us on the show.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. I appreciate you guys being on the show. Good luck with anything, going forward, if you end up playing volleyball next, or, good luck with college as well too. And anything I can do for you guys, let me know. All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much.